Hi Taurus, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at your person and their sort of current and future energy and actions towards you. So wanting to focus a little bit on the actions this week. So please like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that being such a small channel. But today we have the Green Glyphs Lenormand, and I do have two Love Oracle decks as well. So we've got the Romantic Fairies as well as the Soul Connection, When Two Hearts Meet Love deck there as well. All right, so getting straight on into it for you today, Taurus. Okay, I will also pull at the end some cards for you specifically, anything important that you need to know as well. But we'll start off with your person, Taurus. Taurus and your person. What's currently going on for Taurus and your person? This person's current actions towards Taurus. Okay, so firstly, we do have the Healing Connection card. That does say your romance will transform your life. So a lot of the time when we see this card, one or both of you, is in need of a little bit of healing, a little bit of further healing when it comes to, accessing higher growth and evolution for yourself on an individual level, but also, within that connection as well. So it does sort of give us that inkling that there's something about this connection that actually will help you heal any trauma from past love relationships. Okay, so that's usually what that one's in regard to. But we are also seeing the physical connection. Okay, the sacred union of bodies, two becoming one. So someone wanting to get quite physical with you at the moment as well, Taurus. Showing each other how much we care about each other through physical connection. Even if that's just touching, but for a lot of you, that is going to be a bit of giggity happening there as well. So, but we'll get some more info with the Lenormand. Okay, Taurus and your person. Your person's current actions towards you, Taurus. Okay, so pretty straightforward here, Taurus. We do have the birds, firstly. So there's a conversation that someone is wanting to have with you, Taurus. We also do see the ring and the house. All right, so that's pretty straightforward. Like I said, a conversation that somebody's wanting to have with you, coming through pretty straightforward with that bird's energy today. We do see that conversation is going to be in regard to, the security and stability of this connection. Okay, so we have the ring there talking about this relationship, this connection, possibly the cycles that you have been through. If you have been with this person, connected to this person for quite a long time, there may be some aspect of the cycle that this connection has been going through. So, the ebbs and flows that this cycle has already been through, and where we're headed to next with that cycle. We do see, though, with the house, definitely stability and security. That the house is like our little safety zone. So we do really find with the house energy that people are talking about, wanting safety and security, that this relationship is nice and steady and secure. Okay, sorry about the background noise there, Taurus. I can't really do much about that. There is some pressure cleaning and leaf blowing going on outside, so I'm sorry about that. But Taurus, you guys seem to be the ones who always get the background noise. I honestly gave it an extra half an hour and thought that they had finished before I started filming, and then they've just started back up again. So I hope it's not too distracting in the background noise there, but we do what we can do. But basically there is another mention here for some of you, Taurus, that for some of you this could actually be talking about a physical home, like the family home. So this definitely could be having that conversation about, yeah, let's move our relationship to that next level where we're moving in together or buying a home together as well. So for those of you who aren't living with this person, we definitely could see that potential conversation happening with this person as well about sort of moving in together. Okay, so definitely some interesting stuff there, but I do feel that for majority of you, that is just referencing the stability of the connection, and you know, this person wanting maybe just some reassurance that, you know, this is a stable connection and it's not sort of going anywhere on them. But we'll get some cards for the future there. Okay, Taurus. Taurus and your person. This person's near future actions to our Taurus. Taurus. I've been ever since the full moon, I've been having trouble getting words out. I've been trying to you know, do some stuff for my throat chakra and whatnot, but I keep getting all my words mixed up anyway. Okay, Taurus and your person. This person's near future actions towards Taurus. Challenges. Okay, all true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. So possibly some obstacles coming forward in the near future from this person's energy. We will delve a little bit more into that when we use the lenormand there, but we are also seeing the surprise card. Okay, you may be about to be surprised. Okay, so I'm just intuitively feeling here that for maybe one or two of you, that actual challenge is that surprise. They are one and the same. So for some of you, what we're seeing is this person trying to surprise you with something. They've made a decision about something without actually taking you on board, and that's why it's going to present a challenge, because you know, they think their intentions are good to surprise you, but I feel like you're going to be left feeling a bit like, you didn't ask me about this. Why? You can't just sort of make these big, like, it feels like it might be a big sort of decision that this person is making without you, because they're trying to surprise you with this decision, but you're kind of like, but like, don't you need my opinion and my, you know, have me on board as well? So it feels like maybe for one or two of you that is actually the challenge, that this person, you know, their intentions are good, but you know, just sort of slightly misplaced there. Okay, but we'll have a look with the lenormand as well. Taurus and your person. This person's near future actions towards our Taurus. Okay, and can I just get clarity for that third card, please? I'm pretty sure that's that surprise, but I just want to grab some clarity for that. Yeah, okay. All right, so what we're seeing in their near future actions, it is kind of talking about that surprise challenge kind of energy. Firstly, we do see the clouds. Okay, so this is something that, you know, they're really thinking about this a lot, and it's weighing quite. They're trying to sort of plan heavily. They are up in their thoughts about whatever this is. It is going to be slightly different for all of you, of course, but you know, this person is really sort of trying to think out every possible scenario, and they're just not, for some reason, they're just not seeing the scenario of, but what if Taurus wants an input into that decision? I'm just, I just feel that straight away that might be what that challenge is that they're not getting your input, and they're making a decision sort of without you, and their intentions are good, and it's trying to be a surprise for you, but it is going to be a bit of a challenge, like a bit of an obstacle between the two of you, because it's just going to be a bit of a shock rather than a surprise in a positive, like, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I don't think that this is a bad thing that they're trying to surprise you with, because I can sort of straight away, I am getting an inkling of what it may be for some of you there. But we are seeing that they are sort of trying to plan everything out, and they're overthinking at the moment. They're up in their head trying to be quite logical, but they're not actually taking the emotional side of things into consideration, and considering, hang on, Taurus might actually have emotions about this. They're trying to be logic, and they're trying to sort of, I feel like in a way they're trying to take all the decision-making weight off your shoulders, but at the same time, like I said, they're forgetting the emotional impact of such a big sort of surprise and decision. Because it does feel like they're making a decision here. But what I'm seeing, I do have the Garden coming through next. So this gives us a little bit of an inkling of what this may be about, because the Garden is a very social card, okay? It does talk about events. It does talk about meeting up with people and that sort of a thing. But what I feel like this is for some of you, this is that energy of, because it can talk about proposals, all right? So I'm getting that energy of, I'm actually getting in my head here like a Charlotte Dobre video, if anyone watches her at all, where it's like it's one particular one I saw recently, where it was like somebody had arranged a like an engagement proposal without actually like organizing it with their partner. So it was like very unexpected, and if they had have had a choice, they would have wanted it to be slightly different to how it was. It was like an example of the person that was proposing only invited their own family. They forgot to invite, the other person's family along to this proposal and whatnot. So it kind of feels like, hang on, it's just not quite right. But the intention is great. That the intention is, look, I want to marry you. I'm going to propose to you, but the way that it played out, there was just missing something for that other person, for you, Taurus, is what I'm getting there. So for one or two of you, this is actually something like somebody planning like a surprise engagement party, or something along those lines, a surprise party of some sort, some sort of surprise event, because this is a very social card. So it does feel as though they are planning something that involves more than just you and them, involves a lot more people in this situation. We do also see here the fox energy, which is clarified by the dog. Okay, so yeah, we do see once again with the dog energy, that's the card of friendships and things like that. So this person, I feel like they may be asking your friends or their friends for advice on, oh, should I do this surprise? And it just feels like their friends are kind of egging them on to act independently, because the fox energy, it is a very independent energy where they're doing what they want to do, but they're not necessarily taking your emotions about that on board properly. Yeah, so like I do feel that for a couple of you, this is that energy of the friends egging them on, go and propose, and do your plan, it'll be great. But then it happens, and Taurus, you're kind of like, I wanted, like, I had an idea, I had a clear idea of how I wanted this to be and who I wanted to be here when this happened and whatnot. So they're just sort of not taking on board what you would want. They're trying to be very logical and clever about the fox is very clever as well. So, especially with them up in their head, they really do honestly think that they're being super clever about this, and that it's going to be this awesome surprise, and Taurus is going to be so happy. But it actually creates a bit of a challenge for you, Taurus, and you're kind of wishing that, hang on, I really wish you didn't act so independently with this decision, and that you had have taken me on board more. But there is this element of their friends sort of egging them on to sort of just go ahead and act independently. So I'm not saying that, it's definitely a proposal for all of you, but I feel like for some of you, that's kind of what it is, like a proposal or a surprise birthday party or something like that. But obviously, we're well past your birthday there, but maybe they're making plans for Christmas, or in America you guys have Thanksgiving, so maybe they're trying to organize some sort of surprise. Oh, surprise! We're hosting Thanksgiving, but then they're not actually thinking it through to the point where you're going to be the one left cooking and preparing and hosting. You know what I mean? So there is just something along those lines where they're thinking, they think they're thinking everything through, but they're not thinking through the ramifications onto you, which is quite interesting there. So we do see in the current that we do have that conversation about the future stability and whatnot of this connection. So I honestly, personally, would be advising you, Taurus, that if you are someone who has, a set plan on how you want your proposal to go, a set plan on what you want, if you don't want to host Thanksgiving or Christmas or a New Year's Eve party, or, I'm just trying to think of what else could be upcoming that would sort of fit that bill there. If you have set sort of ideas on how you want those things to go, please make sure you put that across to this person now before they get too far into that planning process. All right, because otherwise they're just going to surprise you out of the blue, and it's going to be a bit of a shock, like more of a shocking surprise rather than a happy surprise. Maybe even just say to them, please don't surprise me with any decision. Please don't do make any decisions or anything along those lines without my go ahead, because I really want to give you my input. I don't want to be surprised. Okay, so I can just sort of, it feels like it's something that is avoidable, that you can avoid this coming up there in the near future. Okay, so very interesting though, but I'm just going to grab some outcomes for you and this person, because that's come through completely separate to the actual connection. That's just sort of bringing through something that's happening in the near future. Okay, Taurus and your person. Taurus and your person. Okay, so we do have the freedom card coming through. That does say healthy space and room to breathe. So yeah, definitely maybe needing some space to really make sure that you're allowing yourself some space to be able to deal. Like, I feel like this is actually talking about the outcome. If this event occurs, if this surprise occurs, there will be a little bit of needed healthy space, just to give yourself some space to hang on, I need to take this surprise on board, so that it's not a negative challenge for this connection, that we can actually get through this, because we are also seeing divine timing, which does actually say a serendipitous event. So we are getting that reference to an event once again. So this particular card, the divine timing card, it really does kind of lead us to believe that this event and the way that this is happening, it's sort of destined to happen one way or another. So I feel like it's kind of that element of get in now and make sure you make it known what you would want, because otherwise they're going to totally forget to take what your emotions about this on board, which is a bit odd, like you would think that they would, that. But like I said, the intentions are good, and they think that you're really going to react really, really well to this. I'm just sort of intuitively feeling that you may not act the way that they expect you to, with this surprise. Okay, so it does feel like I keep saying, a shock more than a surprise. They're intending it to be a positive surprise, but I feel like you're going to be taking it as shock to the system. I'm not prepared for this to be like this. Yeah, so very interesting, Taurus. But like I said, especially with that divine timing card, that does show us that it might be the right time for that event to happen. But it's you having that freedom to, change exactly how that happens. So I do feel, free will exists. So I do feel as though it's coming through today to give you a bit of warning to just put something in this person's head to make sure that they know that you need more input into this than they're thinking that you do. All right. Okay. But putting all the love and connection stuff aside, anything important that you need to know about right now, Taurus? Any important messages for our Taurus? Once again, sorry about that background noise. I've just heard them start up all over again. I'm like, I don't know how many times you can use a leaf blower on the same spot. Like, it seems pointless after a certain point. Can I just get clarity for that center card, please? Oh, okay. I think, yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, so once again, a relatively straightforward thing coming through here. We do have the stars coming through, so we are looking at a wish, a desire that you have. But we do have the mice card there. Sometimes this card can read in a more negative way, but I'm sort of getting that it's talking a lot more just about referencing the past. It does talk about the past quite heavily there. So I feel as though it's just referencing us to the past. So letting us know that this wish, this desire, is a wish that you've had in the past. It may not be a current sort of wish, that it's something like a wish that you kind of forgot about. You kind of forgot that you even had that wish or that desire. And it's sort of coming back around again. But we do see the clover clarifying that mouse energy. So it's kind of like a forgotten wish, a desire that you forgot you even had, is actually, you've got good fortune with that coming through at the moment. So you may have even totally forgotten that you had that, but there's a lot of hope and optimism there as well. So I'm just getting that for one of you too. This is, you may have told this person, it may actually be linked up to this surprise, to give you a clue to what this event might be, because you may have told this person, in the past. I feel like if this is for you, it's, you've told them something like 5 years ago. I'm getting quite a bit of distance on that. So 5 years ago, roughly, you told them something. You're like, oh, I want this to happen. Oh, and you've said something. It feels like it was maybe offhand that you've said to this person, oh, if you ever propose to me, you have to take me up in a hot air balloon, and that's where you have to propose. And they've kind of taken that on board as like, and you like totally forgot about that, and that's not actually what you want anymore for a proposal. And they've kind of run with it, and they've held on to that, and they've kind of run with it. And it's you kind of taking a chance to, we do get a reference once again to the security and the stability of the connection. There is also this element of a wish that held you back in the past. So I am getting that for some of you. You release this wish. It's something that you don't actually wish for anymore. But it might actually be coming through, is the weird thing. But it's coming through in the form of like stable and secure. So I feel like, there may be an opportunity, a chance for you to take a chance on something coming through. And it's kind of like you forgot you even had that wish, or you forgot you wished for that in the past, and then all of a sudden you've got an opportunity to do that thing. So like in that example of like, all of a sudden you forgot that you'd ever said anything about going up in a hot air balloon, and all of a sudden here comes that opportunity to go up in a hot air balloon. So yeah, but it's quite it seems like it's a stable, steady kind of offer. But yeah, I feel like it's something that you let go of in the past because it was sort of, you felt as though that was holding you back. That particular desire, you felt like having a desire for that thing was holding you back, and so you kind of moved on from it and totally forgot about that. But yeah, that's what we have for you today, Taurus. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But hopefully I'll see you all again soon.